viewers, and welcome back to the South Main Auto Channel. Sitting inside a 14 Ford Escape. Came in a couple weeks ago, and ladies had a little bit of a problem with it, with some intermittent dying. She'd go out, for example, she'd start her car and had no HVAC controller. The blower speeds were the only thing that worked. Had no temp control, no mode control. None of that would work. The backlighting on it wouldn't light up, and if that happened, the very next day her battery would be dead. She could drive it all throughout the day, start it up, turn it on and off a bunch of times, it would never work, and then battery would go dead. Jump start it the next day and all's good. Might be good for 3 or 4 weeks, then it would happen again. So it's a very intermittent problem. So it came here to the shop, and it happened to come here a few weeks ago when Ivan was visiting, and of course at that time it was working, so there really wasn't much we could do other than to try to duplicate the problem, which was really hit and miss. It did have some communication codes in it where when this would quit working, it would quit communicating with some other modules. So we kind of looked at that, took that into account, and then what we did is try to like I say, try to duplicate the problem or create the problem ourselves to see if this HVAC controller is bad. Is it plausible that it could kill the battery, or could we, duplicate our systems? Could this go bad and still have the blower module work, or have the blower motor work? And the answer to those questions was yes. You can yank the fuse out of the HVAC module, it'll kill it, it'll set COM codes, and the blower motor itself will still work because that's just a mechanical switch. The only thing we couldn't duplicate was the, key off draw, the battery draw. So with all that being said, I gave my customer the option. We can wait and wait and wait until one day it finally, gives up the ghost permanently, or she can just leave the car here and we can, drive it for months on end until it happens. Or we called the junkyard, and we got a new, low mileage, one owner, slightly used, somewhere's here in the bag, HVAC controller. So we've got to use one from the salvage yard, because this thing was so inexpensive that to replace this with a used one is actually cheaper, than an hour's worth of labor to diagnose. So in my mind, this makes more sense than anything. Put a used one in it. You've got very little investment, less than you would in diagnostic time. And here comes Mrs. O. What's up?
The lady with the Colorado is on the phone.
Oh my gosh, I just started working out yesterday. All right, I'm gonna talk to the lady with the Colorado. We'll get back to changing this and I'll show you what's going on. So to some people that may sound like, somebody's being a parts clown, just throwing parts at it. But at some point there is, you have to make a decision. There has to be, ouch. You gotta be a little bit realistic. Is it cheaper to replace than it is to test? I guess has always kind of been my theory. You buy a really cheap HVAC controller, these things are virtually worthless at the salvage yards, and throw it in. Well, if that doesn't fix it, well now, now we've got some bigger issues at hand. So we'll see if we can get this in here. I looked on the Ford OE information, and they no longer provide text descriptions on how to remove and replace stuff. All we have now is pictures with color codes. So it showed pictures of everything that is blue we have to remove. This was a blue item. So we have to remove this. And then this trim evidently comes off. We may be calling the salvage yard to get some trim. I have no idea. And the pictures are very poor representations of that. And supposedly underneath this there's some screws that need to come off. Get that off and I'll show you. Let me go get a pick. There's like little tabs under there. And this is that kind of plastic that just feels cheap. There we go, okay. You know, that kind of plastic. Stuff you just don't really want to touch. Gosh. Well, there's one. Boy. How hard did they pull? That's always the question. I'm gonna stick my head down here, I guess. Sorry. That's how hard you pull. Alright, guess we're gonna have to turn the key on here. Alright. We're not gonna listen to that the whole time. So if you're doing one of these, that's what's behind here. You've got these two little lock tabs you gotta reach underneath with a pick, pry them out. And you've got two metal retainers and it hooks into the front. So hook and click. The old classic hook and click. Then we've got some Torx bits there. Those are highlighted purple in the picture, indicating that it's a screw. I used to joke around saying, all we need is pictures. Well, looks like ask and you shall receive. That's what we've got now in repair stuff. Well, like I say, they're really poor representation anyways. Then you don't know what all the colors represent, so you have to go to the Ford Colored Code reading chart to see what each color means. Purple means screw, blue means remove. And then I think that was it, unless this, I believe, was held in with clips. May have to go look at the color code chart again. Looks like there's a clip there. There's a clip here. That's one clip. There's the other clip. I hate clips. Ain't bad when it's some old junker. Alright, let's go look at the picture before we get slid on this thing. Now there's a clip. I can see it. Gosh. How hard do you pull? Come on, little guy. Yeah, baby. Here's the other one. You want to get right next to him, push, you know. There's another one. Who remembers when dashboards are held together with screws? But some guy at home saying, I was a kid by 55 Nash that had screws and bolts. Well, when I was a kid, I played the Legos, so I'm halfway good at this. Just kidding. Alright, so there's a clip there, there. Let's get this thing around. And then it's like a bunch of clips across here, guide pins, all kinds of fancy pants stuff. So now we've gotten this far. Got another trim piece around our HVAC module here. I assume needs to come off because ours looks like this. So it's the same one, just this one has the other buttons around it. So maybe that's got little tabs behind it. Take our screws out of it. And hopefully it's a dumb module. I didn't see anything indicating that it needed to be reprogrammed or reflashed. It does talk on the CAN line, so this could get stupid, I guess. Alright, it's picture time. Yeah, so this is what auto repair is coming to. Put it in drive. Yellow. What does yellow represent? Well, to find out, we have to go to color coding. Number 4. Yellow components to be set aside for access but not removed. Okay, so now we get to go back. So put that in drive. Set it aside. Blue means remove. We've done that. So there, that's all it tells us. We just got a blue. Isn't this awful? So it looks like there's probably some clips behind it. Must be we have to use a little trim tool. That's what that figure stands for. So that's it. Install. Reverse removal procedure. So I guess we just yank on the blue piece. Unbelievable. Where do you pull? It feels pretty attached to me, people. Oh gosh, please be right. It's be embarrassing to have to call the customer. Oh lady, I was pulling on the blue piece like the direction says. I don't understand. This vent? Is this vent in our way? This vent's way up in my business. I got the whole damn thing jammed up in here. Ah, look at that. That was easy. See, this thing's all hooked up into the HVAC controller. It's got little tabbies on it. Let's get this shifter out. You're going to have to listen to the dinger. Yeah, so this thing locks all across the HVAC controller, all across the top. There's that. There, now with the old. Whoa! Let's just make sure. Let's start this stupid thing up. Oh, it can't. We're not park, you big dummy. Let's get her neutral. There we go. Whoa, like a tornado. Let's get this thing shut off before I go nuts. Oh, I can't stand it. I hate door dingers. Now, can you put this in? No, you can't because it's got to slip up under the vent, so that's what I wanted to see. So that does have to come off first. Wow. Well, I don't know how many times you can take it on and off before you just snap it, but. So we'll put our HVAC controller in there. We'll get the screws. Put the screws to it. We don't even have to worry about torquing things to factory spec. They didn't even give us one. See, this vent, if that vent was out of the way, I think it would be easier. You can't really tip it in there. Really? Well, what's that vent in? That vent should really get out of my way. That's how you do it. You just get all Angry Birds with it and push. Silly cars. And now, all the way back together. This is easy. That's it, right? That's all clicked in. Everybody's happy. So glad I want to get rid of this stupid cough. This one's all been on an angle. Oh, that's right, we gotta follow the instructions. Where'd the key go? It's gotta go all up in on an angle. Remember? Just like we learned. Well, if people hate my doorbell, they're really gonna be pissed with this video. Well, look at that. Yeah, we got it. Lights up. Oh, that won't work until the car's running. That wasn't even part of this unit anyways. Alright. I guess it's good till it's not. Put that back before somebody complains about that. Zip tie up out of here. And folks, for you guys who stuck it out to this awesome video, we've got bonus material. Dear Eric, I wish I had a voice like Casey Kasem. Dear Eric, it's been a long time. No, I'm just kidding. Eric, if you have time, can you please mount this rear wiper arm? I tried using one of those bearing pullers that pushes on the bolt and pulls on the arm, but it wouldn't budge. The nut is loose on the back. Thanks, customer John Doe. If you're done before noon, call me. Let's see. Wouldn't budge. Oh yeah, he's got some booger marks on there. Well, I've got just the tool for this little guy. We call it the equalizer. A little story behind this tool. So here it is. There's the package it goes in. The equalizer. So I was here at my shop, and we farm out our windshield job. So if somebody needs a windshield, the guy from downtown in the next town over, he comes over with his little van and he changes the windshield. Everybody's happy. Win-win. I let him use my shop. So he busts out one of these babies one time and pops off a notoriously hard to remove wiper arm on a Caravan. And I asked him, I said, wow, what was that tool? And he showed me. So I said, well, I gotta get me one. Because wiper arms can be a pain in the neck to remove. So I thought, well, I'll just call the company and get it. That is not the case. Evidently, you have to be a member of the secret windshield changing society to have one of these. And they would not sell it to me because I was not a windshield guy. I actually had to order this. I had to have the windshield guy order this for me. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But that's the way these American companies are. And I run across this so much, it's a disgrace. You know, they have the product for sale, but they won't sell it because you're not a member of their secret club. It's like, geez. I ran into that with that company SUR&R too, who makes all the brake line fittings and AC fittings and stuff. You know, they're just a couple states over. They won't sell them to you. You got to go through their authorized dealer. Ridiculous, waste of time. I'm gonna get a pair of because where he was pulling on this thing, he's already got it kind of cattywampus. So we'll squeeze this with a pair of vice grips to keep it from popping open. We'll get rid of the beans, or we'll break his window, one or the other. Or destroy the wiper stud. That's the other option. Well, it's coming off, but it ain't coming off the way we want it to. The bushing of the wiper arm is staying on the stud. That's no good, but this thing's not even that size. Well, here's what happened. Yeah, so this wiper puller is like, it's a no-bull wiper puller. Works well, but again, you do have to be a member of the secret windshield changing society to obtain one, or no guy in the industry, I guess. Maybe they've changed their policy, but it comes with 4 different, heck, I'm not gonna show their product. They were jerks to me. So what happened, we got it off. Big hole, little hole. The bushing that's inside here is still stuck on there. So now we've gone code red. See if we can use our puller and grab just that bushing. Perhaps. Maybe. Yeah, boy. Look at that. Basically, local hero. Off she goes. So here it is. That's the little bushing that's stuck. Yep, She just got a case of the Crusties. Welcome to New York. So now all we need to do is put this one on, but does it go here or does it go here? We need to find out where home is. Hey, will you help us way out here?
I guess so.
We need some help. We hop right in this little hot rod, will you? All right, Mrs. O, turn the key on. Can't see you. Oh, do you need the key?
Yeah.
What the heck can I do with it? I'll show you there in the passenger seat. That always helps. Keys on?
Yeah.
Turn on the rear wiper. Okay, shut it off. All right, so it appears that we gotta be here. I think it was not. We left that in there. Before we go all silly with it, we'll check it. All right, Mrs. O, hit it. Oh yeah. Oh, it's all pretty dry back here. Is there any squirters? Oh, there you go. Ah, whoa, careful, you're gonna blast us. All right, you can shut her down. All right, you can turn everything off. We're pretty much done out here. So torque that to factory specs. Click that a little bit on. I guess that's it. It's pretty much saved the day, basically. The local heroes, honey.
You're a hero.
Yeah, this is stock. Everything's coming off in pieces. We got to use the tool from the Top Secret Windshield Installer Society.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I told them what I had to go through to obtain one of these. Well, there you have it. Not much in the line of learning, but hopefully you can understand the rationality behind replacing as opposed to, you know, waiting for it to die completely. I guess each time that it's done it, which has only been just a few times, she's been like away from home, out of town on business, and it's just, you know, super inconvenient. And then, like I say, the next day it works, so it's kind of tough. And, you know, for what we have into it, you know, you got a half hour to change it, and price of the used parts pretty cheap. Like I say, it's, you know, less than an hour of diagnostic time, so only makes sense to me. Find out if it works. I'm pretty sure it will, because like I say, we were able to duplicate the problem. And then we got the sweet bonus footage using the Top Secret Windshield Society wiper arm puller. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook and Google Plus if you haven't done that, and subscribe to our channel if you want to stay up to date with all our wacky repair videos we put out. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.